Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to do the last battle of the Alhazard's Aftermath Arrival event, which is the Evil Sword Echo Challenge. It's a level 65 battle, and it is actually really tough. You're going to need an endgame party to have any chance of succeeding with this. There's no choice. The rewards are pretty good though. Trinity Crystals, a random SSR accessory, and I guess a few rare enchant gift packs. So, this is the Alhazard's final trial, so let's just jump in. I should mention before I begin that I failed this battle once already, and it's not because of this first wave, it's because there is a second wave after this first one. The second wave has just two enemies, Matthew and Elwin. The problem with that second wave though is that Matthew and Elwin retaliate against you at 2 range. I didn't realize this, and I suicided my Lana. So I no longer had an attacker, and I died. The Elwin, of course, has frontal assault and sword soul. The Matthew has sword dance and air slash. So overall, it's pretty tough to deal with that second wave. So, with all that said, let's talk about my party and how I plan to beat this battle. I'm going to run Leaden, and I gave my Leaden mass maids because, well, they counter Lancers. It just helps. I mean, the other option, of course, is to run Phallic Soldiers, because Phallic Soldiers do decrease physical damage by 30%. But I think the mass maids are very comparable because they do have a 45% defense increase after all. Other than that, Lana, I'm going to change her black hole to a cleanse skill to dispel buffs on the enemy. Specifically because of this first wave, Paul applies a buff which decreases damage taken by a single unit by 80%. And of course, Elwin with frontal assault can be debuffed with cleanse as well. So that's why I'm bringing Lana. Leon, as always, you know, Chivalry, Assault Legion. Sophia. This is the tough choice, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if Sophia is truly worth bringing, especially, let's say, if you could bring Tiaris. But I'm going to try Sophia because I know not everyone has Tiaris and Liana. Finally, Liana. Liana is absolutely MVP for this fight. You're going to need her to bring Mass Protect for the healing negation debuff immunity because of Sword Soul. Without the ability for Leaden to heal, he is going to die to the enemy Elwin. So you must have that. So, last but not least is Sophia. And I'm going to, because I'm not running Tiaris with her healing light, right? I'm going to have to run Regenerate on my Sophia, so that Leaden can have some healing between battles. I'm not entirely sure that's required. You know what? Let's go without it. Because Strengthen can increase my damage, especially for Lana, and I think that's more important. So, this is my party. Lana with 3 ranged attack skills, Free Strike, Dark Reaper, Cleanse. Liana with Again, Heal, and Mass Protect. Sophia with Rewind, Heal, and Strengthen. Leaden with Light Reflect, Divine Guard, and Vindication. And Leon with Legion, Chivalry, and Assault. Just before I start this battle though, I'm going to just give my Leon his Vampire Mask. I currently have a Chief's Helmet on him, which can do the exact same effect as the Mass Protect, but I know not everyone has a Chief's Helmet built up, so once again, removing that item, which would give me an additional advantage. Alright, so with that change complete, we're ready to begin. So here we go. The setup is definitely Lana, should be where she is, and Leon can attack Bernhard. And of course, Liana can again Leon. So my first turn is about crushing Bernhard, then crushing Bozel. So let's talk about this first wave. Okay. These are pretty unique characters in general. Ultimuller he himself is pretty normal. He just has a super ram rather than the ram skill. It only does 1.2 times damage as opposed to 1 times damage, so it's not anything special. Paul, though, has super shelter. Decreases damage taken by a single unit by 80%. It lasts 3 turns, 1 turn cooldown, so he can keep casting it. Bernhard has super sword dance. The main thing about it is instead of making you cannot be healed, it will, after taking action, receive 50% of max hit points as damage for 2 turns, can be stacked. So there's that bleeding effect. So he can hit you pretty hard if you don't remove the debuff, but that's pretty much it. The top 2 though are very unique. Bozel has the Dark Walker skill. Okay. It inflicts Earthquake target on the random enemy unit and lasts 2 turns. And units who have the Earthquake target will be targeted by Super Earthquake, the skill that he has, which attacks multiple enemies within range, dealing 0.4 times AoE damage and debuffing them. It's map wide, there's no cooldown, so he'll keep tossing these Super Earthquakes at you. Similarly, Geyer has the Hookmaster, which inflicts Chain Hook target on a random enemy unit and lasts 2 turns. So the Chain Hook, once again, it is map wide, and it'll pull the target 4 tiles away towards him. So as long as you're not in line with Geyer though, he can't use this Super Chain Hook. It's only so he has to move down he has to move pretty far down unless you're stupid enough to move to the left. Right? Then he can Chain Hook you towards him. So as long as you shift to the right initially, you can ignore Geyer. So that's what I'm going to do. Shift to the right, crush Bernhard, then try to quickly crush Bozel before dealing with the others. And that is why Sophia's Rewind will be quite useful here. So with all that said, let's begin the battle. So, my first job is to kill Bernhard. And I'm going to start this off with Leon. So Leon, Chivalry, and Assault. And then retreat. Let it can shift over and just Divine Guard. Let's have Lana attack. But first, I'm going to strengthen Lana so that she has plus 20% intelligence for her attack. And now, let's Dark Reaper Bernhard. He has a tiny bit of hit points left. So why don't I gain Lana to finish off Bernhard? Done. Super Shelter is used on Ultimuller, and they've activated their talents, so I need to always check who has been affected by Chain Hook target, for example. Let's see. It's not Lana, it is Leon. So there is that random aspect, and also Lennon has the Earthquake target, so he'll be Earthquaked. Not a big deal though. I'm going to crush Bozel this turn anyways. So let's get started. And the way to go about doing this is, first, I'm going to have Ledin activate his action buff. And then I'm going to rewind the party. Liana can move to here, meaning I can have Leon here. So let's have Leon just charge forward and assault. Bozel. Looking good. And then just move back, like so. Liana is going to again Leon to get the finish. So, Chivalry, removing the chain hook target by the way, which is pretty convenient. Attack, Bozel falls, and I retreat back into Leden's guard range. And finally, Lana can cleanse Ultimuller, removing that buff that he has. So now, Ultimuller will attack my Leden without the buff and rip himself apart, pretty much. So, once again, who is the chain hook target right now? Sophia! Okay. So if I keep her far back, like where she is, she'll be fine. So no worries there. Right? Because at most, Skylar can move to here. Cannot chain hook my Sophia. In the meantime though, why don't I have Leon melee attack Gaia to weaken him. Lana can finish off Ultimuller. Leden will just protect my characters for now, so let's reactivate Divine Guard. Heal Leden. And I'm going to re-strengthen Len. And Paul will probably buff up Gaia. Yeah, with Super Shelter. And he just uses the... and he just moves down, which is good. So let's start focusing on Paul. I'm not too afraid of Chain Hook if that's the only thing I have to worry about. So killing Paul is a bigger priority for now. The Chain Hook targets are Leon and Sophia. So as long as I protect them, things are okay. Let's just heal up Leon first. And melee attack Paul. So Paul is going to get to strike my Leden this turn. But he doesn't have enough damage to one-shot him. And the Super Chain Hook is used on Leon. Whatever. Let's trade ranged attacks with Paul at this point. The sorceresses should take quite a bit of damage. And then Leon can easily finish off Paul at this point, leaving just Gaia. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I'm going to want to maneuver a little bit because of where Matthew and Elwin spawn. I believe they spawn around the center here, so I'm going to want to shift away from the center. I don't want to take both attacks from them. So I'm going to leave, basically I'm going to leave Gaia alone for low while I shift. Actually, shifting towards him is okay too. So let's just do that for now. Just moving. Getting away from the center of the map. Because I do have the time to do so. There is a 15 turn limit, but it's only turn 7. Alright, I think I'm pretty much ready. So let's have Legend, Divine Guard here. Lana can toss out a Free Strike. Sophia can come up. Just strengthen Lana. I'm trying to conserve my skills because I'm going to need them for the next wave. Turn 8. Time for Geyer to die. And now down he goes. Spawning Elwin and Matthew. So let's start by healing up my characters while staying outside of Matthew's air slash range. But first, heal up Leon so he's ready to attack. Let's place Leon here and heal up Elwin. Or sorry, heal up Leon so he gets the defense buff from Sophia. In they come. Now, Ledin's guard skill is currently down, so why don't I wait one more turn before I engage? I'll have 5 turns to kill 2 characters. But I think it's worth the wait. Actually, forget it. Let's engage. Chivalry. And assault. And retreat. Let's just stop there. Ledin can... Oh, Liana can again be up for a second strike. Let's have Sophia rewind everyone right now to refresh their skills. Because I need to get rid of one of them first. So Ledin can Divine Guard here. And Leon can do the second attack with Assault on Matthew. I really need to try to crush Matthew as fast as I can. He uses Sword Dance, but nobody will die with Dance. So it's looking good. Okay. Let's have Lana, Dark Reaper against Matthew. And I'm pretty sure she should survive now that Matthew has no soldiers. Especially with plus 25% defense. But before I do so, let's figure out my character positioning. Right? Currently everyone cannot heal yourself due to Matthew's sword dance, which is a little bit annoying. So let's just heal Leon, and her talent will remove that debuff from everyone. I'll have Ledin just guard here. Leon can reactivate Chivalry to attack. Not doing that much damage. Wow. I'm going to have to strengthen or heal Ledin. Yeah, I think I'm going to choose to heal Ledin. So rather than doing a 2 range attack, I'll have Lana attack at 3 range for this turn. So that she takes no damage. Turn 11. Need to hurry and finish Matthew. I can still avoid Elwin, so I'm definitely going to do so. Two, three, 4, 5. Alright, let's heal Leon to start. And Leon is going to assault Matthew once more. Ledin is going to end his turn. Going after Dark Reaper with Matthew at 3 range. And I'm going to again let him so that he can activate Divine Guard. Perfect. So Ledin crushes Matthew with a counterattack. I have 3 turns now to kill Elwin. That should be plenty of time. 3 range attack to do some damage to those Centurions, which was not as much as I hoped. Ledin is just simply going to end his turn again. No point for Liana to try to attack. He's gonna take way too much damage, especially with the Centurions alive, I think. We can give it a shot. You know what? Let's do it. He doesn't die. That's all I care about. Liana is going to use her Mass Protect at this point. Because I don't know whether this Elwin will use Sword Soul or Frontal Assault, so I have to do that. And Sophia will just heal up Ledin for now. So, he uses Frontal Assault first. So I'm going to have Lana continue to attack at 3 range, this time with Cleanse, to dispel those buffs that Elwin had. Unfortunately, this turn, Ledin does not have Divine Guard. But that's okay. So I'll just place him here. And touching buff. Sophia will keep Ledin healthy. Leon will do the same. Sorry, Liana will do the same for Leon. And Leon is going to circle around, do a melee attack, and move into Ledin's guard range. Oh wow. Sword Soul actually hit Liana because Ledin had a nullified passive skills debuff from Frontal Assault in guard. Works out because the Shrine Maidens on both of these healers, right, reduces physical damage by 70%. So didn't die. So let's have Ledin reactivate Divine Guard now. And I'm going to try to take down Elwin. So Leon, Chivalry up, and Assault. And retreat. Liana will again Leon for a second strike. Let's get him fully healed. And then Leon can attack again. And Lana will do a 3-range attack with Dark Reaper at Elwin. So she's staying healthy. Ledin fighting against Elwin again. Does some damage, and it's the last turn now. So going to have to try to apply as much damage as I possibly can this turn. But I have access to Rewind, which makes things possible. Rewind. Lana will cleanse Elwin, removing those buffs. Leon can now Chivalry and assault Elwin. And we're done. So, battle complete. And it's 50 Trinity Crystals, 1 random SSR accessory, and 2 rare enchant gift packs. Very nice. What can make this battle easier? For sure, if you have the Gospel skill rather than just Mass Protect, right? Gospel on Liana will grant immunity to all debuffs, so Ledin would be guaranteed to tank hits. Whereas in the current situation, one had actually gone through to hit my Liana. That would definitely help if you have access to it. Other than that, you know, if you bring Tiaris rather than Sophia, that would certainly help, because Tiaris's healing light is a free, you know, heal between battles. It allows you to keep your characters healthy. In addition, Attack Blessing can allow you to make sure that your Lana can attack at 2 range, whereas I was playing it safe and attacking at 3 range. I never gave it an attempt to attack at 2 range because I just wasn't sure if she could tank all that damage, right? But nonetheless, this worked. It was a 15 turn clear. Yeah, and I still had a few more attacks available to me. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this video useful. And on that note, Nitro out. Actually, before I end this video, let's see what my random SSR accessory is. Open it. Holy Ark. Well, I guess I have a level 50 Holy Arc that I can give to Freya. There's really not much else I can say. Yeah, or, sorry. So it's actually level 30, so I guess I have a level 40 Holy Arc now. Well, what can you do? Yeah. Meanwhile, for me, the hunt for a Bracer Emblem, Blood Pact, a lot of other SSR accessories continue. So, alright, that's it for this video. Nitro out.